Hello everyone, my name is Edward.Berejinski and I'm the Virtualization Practice Lead for CSS. This demo video is focused on running virtualized Internet Explorer 8 on Windows XP. So for those of you who have IE6 local and cannot upgrade to IE8 because of the business legacy web apps and legacy plugins that might be too tied to the OS, but at the same time your business requirements are browsing websites that no longer support IE6 rendering, like Facebook. This could be a big challenge in your organization, but today I will demo you how we at CSS can help you solve this challenge using the technology that you might already own, and if you do not, we highly recommend Microsoft Application Virtualization or Blvd. Please note this solution is only offered and supported through CSS. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I want to demo you is running IE6 and Virtual IE8 side by side. So I'm going to go ahead and launch the local version of IE6. And I'm going to open the Virtual IE8. Okay, and here it is running side by side. Okay, again IE6 local, IE8 virtual. The next thing I want to show you is the rendering difference between them, and I'm gonna go take the acid test to show you that. So here you can see the rendering of IE6. And I'm going to go do the same thing on IE8 virtual. And you can see the difference between the virtual and the local IE6. So what does that shows us? That shows us that the IE8 virtual copy is working as expected, rendering in IE8 mode. So another scenario I want to show you, which is more business related, is if you have a legacy plugin that stops you from just do a regular upgrade to IE8 local. This is a great scenario for you. For example, if I'm going to try to launch Java 1.3 on IE8, it will crash IE8, yet it will work with IE6. So let me show you that scenario. I have installed Java 1.3 locally on the computer, on this VM. And it's right here, you can see that. So I'm gonna go to on the IE6 to java.com. I'm gonna run the Java test. I'm gonna expand that a little bit so you can see. And I'm going to run the test. And this shows us that we have Java 1.31 as expected. I'm going to now do the same thing on the virtual instance of IE8, which does not support. So my goal is to show you that IE8 crashes, therefore you can't upgrade to IE8 using a local instance, because that would interfere with the business requirement. So as you see, it just crashed. And this is the scenario that you might be facing when you do IE8 upgrade local. The solution that we have is providing IE8 virtual, and then we can bring a newer plugin to the virtual instance of IE. And I'm going to demonstrate you that. I'm going to plug in Java 1.4, which does work with IE8. So I'm just going to dynamic suite it right now to the existing. I'm going to go ahead and close that, and close this as well. I'm going to refresh the changes I just made. Okay, the server has refreshed. I am going to launch again IE6. I'm going to go to the same page, java.com. And I am going to run the same test as I did before. And we should have Java 1.3. Now I'm going to run the virtual instance of IE8 with dynamically suited Java 1.4, 1.42. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to java.com. I'm going to run the test, and this time you can already see that it didn't crash. It actually moved forward, and it shows us that we have Java 1.42 update 16 versus the local Java 1.31. So what does that shows us? Well, here's the scenario. You have business critical apps that requires this particular Java, this particular plugin that only works with IE6, yet you need to browse through IE8 because support is no longer available for IE6, just like Facebook, for example, which discontinued their support, which requires everything newer version. The challenge that you are having facing doing that local is it's practically impossible. Your other choice is to use some kind of VM solution, which may require you to upgrade your desktops, more memory, more overhead, new infrastructure, and so on, where the AppV solution, you probably already own it, the AppV, and if you don't, it's a good time to actually look into it. By the way, we have the same thing the other way around. We can do IE8 local and IE6 virtual running side by side. You can see it my other videos that represent that. This concludes our demo presentation today for Virtual Internet Explorer using AppV. What we have available for you today is Virtual IE6 7 and 8 for Windows XP 32/64-bit. We have Virtual IE6 7 and 8 for Windows Vista, We have Virtual IE6, 7, and 8 for Windows 7, 32 and 64-bit as well. We have Virtual IE6, 7, and 8 for Windows 2008, and as well as Windows 2008 R2. What do we have coming soon, and what are we working on is local to Virtual IE auto switch browser redirection, which means that you can redirect any address, link, or website from your local when the user enters it in the local browser to redirect it to the virtual browser. Now, why would you want that is you can eliminate the Virtual IE shortcut on your desktop and have the user not even know what's going on in the background, so they won't have multiple shortcuts for every URL. So that is being released September 2010, and the next thing we're working on is Virtual IE9, and that would be released when Internet Explorer 9 will be released by Microsoft. If you would like more information on how to obtain this solution or any other solution on Microsoft virtualization space, please contact myself, Edward.Berejinski, at css-security.com, or any of our sales staff at sales@css-security.com. Thank you for watching the video. Goodbye.